Salut la famille, welcome on this video where we discuss if you should go for a new lens or a second-hand lens. So let's go. Guys, a little disclaimer before we start. Number one, I am not doing photography professionally. It's not my main source of revenue. Number two, everything I'm telling you today is coming from my personal experience. So please keep that in mind when you are listening to my opinion about things or what you should or should not do. So with that out of the way, we can start. The first thing to do when considering going for a new or used lens is to determine between you and yourself, where are you exactly? Are you a professional photographer? Are you enthusiast or amateur? Are you on a tight budget or a comfortable budget? Let's say for example that you are a professional photographer. You should already know what lenses you need for your work. Let's say that you are a wedding photographer. You know already that you need a 24-70 or 70-200. Those things are already clear in your mind. Plus, going for a second-hand lens might come with its disadvantages. You don't have guarantee. The lens might come already with a few years and they might not withstand all the workload that you will give it. And going for new lenses will come with its advantages. It will have maybe 2 or 3 years of guarantee, and you work in weddings. You can drop the lens at any time. You can take it for replacement or for repair. The lens will be able to last longer because it's starting from a 0, not from a 50 or 30 like the other. So if you are a professional photographer, I would say go for new lens. As I mentioned in a previous video, the best investment you can do is in lenses. Is the best thing you can do for your business is to invest in good lenses. So if you are professional, feel free and go for new lenses, unless you are on a tight budget. However, if you are an enthusiast or amateur, things might be a little bit different. The whole reason for making this video is that I was watching on Lightroom my portfolio, my pictures that I took during the years, and I clicked on the attribute and I just discovered that I owned over 36 lenses. Most of those lenses I don't even remember owning them. Why I'm telling you that is because when you start photography, you don't necessarily know what you need. You rely on other people's expertise or other people's opinion to know what to buy. For example, when I started photography, everybody was saying, because I shoot mostly people, so everybody was saying, all the videos they were saying, the 70-200 is the best lens for people, it's the compression and all the things that you might have heard before. But no one told me that a 70-200 is too tight to shoot indoors. I live in Poland and as you know it's quite cold here, and I elect to not shoot outside when it's cold because my hands freeze and I cannot withstand that. So this lens was unusable for me because every time I was indoors I had to shoot with something wider. And even when I shoot outside, no one tells you that this thing is humongous. And when you shoot outside, everybody's looking at you because they look at this huge thing. And it happened to me that I went on some countries that I was asked for a journalist license because people cannot comprehend that such a lens is just for an amateur. They cannot understand that because they see those lenses only on TV, on football games or something like that. So they cannot comprehend that. So those kind of things no one tells you before you buy a lens. So nothing substitutes the experience that you will get yourself with the lens. For example, I had before I bought a Tokina lens, a wide-angle lens from Tokina. I watched all the reviews that you can imagine and everybody was talking about how sharp the lens is. And it was the sharpest lens I had. But no one told me that this thing had a very, very, very bad lens flare. Every time I was shooting with it at night or against a light, the pictures were unusable. And I ended up selling that lens very quick because no picture was usable. So when you are an amateur, You need to try lenses. You need to try different brands. You need to try different focal lengths to know what you need. And you cannot do that buying new lenses. Because as soon as you buy a new lens and you open it, that lens automatically lost 10 or 20% of its value. No matter how long you used it. It can be even 1 day or 2 days, no one will buy it from you open and buy it for the full price. But when it comes to the second-hand lenses, you can easily resell them for the same price you bought them for. And I can confidently tell you that most of the second-hand lenses that I bought, I sold them for more than I bought them. Because second-hand lenses, they don't lose value. I mentioned that on the previous video. Lenses are the best investment because they don't lose value. Their life cycle is quite long, so they don't lose any value with time. So with that, if you are an amateur or enthusiast photographer, go for the second-hand lenses. Also, the second-hand market and lenses in general are quite durable. It never happened to me that I bought a second-hand lens that I found damaged or anything. Lenses last for years, unless it has a big scratch or something like that. Generally, you will not have any problem with it. So, if you want my opinion, go with the second-hand lenses. Last thing before we wrap up this video. Didn't you notice that YouTube is becoming the new Google? I found myself lately that every time I want to look for some gear review or lens recommendation, I end up going on YouTube instead of Google. The reason why I'm telling you that is because most of the photography YouTubers that I can see, or at least the one that YouTube is showing me, are coming from the US, Canada or Australia. And while those guys are doing great job in reviewing lenses and I'm sure that they're very genuine in their recommendations, but when they're talking about lenses costing $900 or $1,000 being affordable, and you live in Nigeria or Morocco and $1,000 is worth 2 months of your salary, I think you can see where I'm going with that. So please always put things into your own perspective. Look at your own pocket. Look at your own reality. Don't take other people's recommendation as gospel, including mine in this video. So for example, if you are from Norway or Switzerland and $1,000 is not much to you, I would say go for new lenses because that will remove a lot of hassle of buying second-hand. You will have the guarantee, you will have a lot of advantages. But if you are coming from Bangladesh or some poor country and $1,000 is quite a lot, then yes, go for a second-hand lens and buy it for $200. So always please put things into perspective. Social media and YouTube can easily trap us. We have all this impression, for example, when we go on Instagram and we look at it and we see that all our friends are on holidays and we have the impression that we are the only one at work. It's the same thing with YouTube. You go on YouTube and you have this impression that everybody is buying those lenses, everybody owns those lenses, and only you don't. And you feel the rush and you feel this urge to buy those new lenses. Don't get trapped. Look at your pockets, look at your own reality, and take decisions that are good for you. So that's all for this video. I hope it provided any value to you and it helps you take your own decisions. So if you like it, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you don't like it, leave a comment, tell me what you did like or what you disagree with. And see you on the next one. Bye.